Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today, I am going to show you how to find the draw on liquidity. Before I move on, I want to tell you I am not a financial advisor. I'm only showing you for entertainment purposes on what works for me. I'm teaching you on exactly on what I learned in my own journey. So, draw on liquidity. The algo or the way that I execute the market, the way that I look at the market is there's an algorithm. And the algorithm only cares about highs and lows. It doesn't care about anything else. Um, so the algo is either going to target a high on the higher time frame, or it's going to target a low on the lower time frame. So it's called time-based liquidity. Time-based liquidity because there's time cycles. Um, these time cycles, they're yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, session, and 90-minute cycles. Um, if you look here, I have PXH and PXL. So I just want to let you know everything that I've learned. I've learned it from ICT, I've learned from Susie, and I've learned from Jamie. So this is just a lot of documentation that I have, my personal notes, and just stuff that has helped me out throughout my journey on how I view the market and um, what made me profitable. So, um, previously on my other videos, I showed you on how to understand the market maker models, right? So, um, if you have questions on that, just look at the previous video. Um, so the way that I look at it is, we're going to have a sell side of the market maker model, and then we're going to have a buy side of the market maker model. So we know manipulation and then distribution. Um, so let's look at one of the things that I look for is a previous session. Previous session, we want to look at Asia highs and lows. This could be an Asia low right here. And then if we sweep a previous session low, we're going to target a previous session high. For our London session, if you're trading London, let's say you're going to, this is your London session, you sweep Asia, the Asia low, and you're going to want to target your Asia high. So how does it look? On the lower time frame, the market's going to look like this. You sweep it, you look for the reversal. After you sweep that, Asia low during your London session, then you're going to look for that Asia high. So, what else can you look for this time-based liquidity? So, you're going to look for your Asia highs and lows. You want to look for your previous day's highs and lows. Those that's mainly what you're going to look for during the London session. For your New York AM session, you want to look at sweeping um, London highs or lows, Asia highs or lows, and previous day highs and lows. So during the New York session, you can sweep your London lows and you want to target your London highs. This is how I look at the market every single day. Then you have your lunch session. Lunch, do not trade it. Don't even touch it. Just close the charts. If you're profitable trading lunch, then good for you. I normally don't look at it. PM session, sometimes I trade it. Most of the time, I just trade the New York AM session. But if you're trading your PM session, you want to look to sweeping your lunch session liquidity, your AM New York session liquidity, London session, you want to sweep Asia or your previous day highs and lows. So, just for example, if you sweep your previous day low, you know you have to target your previous day high liquidity. So, what really helps you is identifying the order flow, right? This is to increase your probabilities. So, whenever I'm looking at the market, I am looking to identify where the order flow is. So, if I'm bullish on the higher time frame and I sweep a previous day low, I'm going to look for an entry. And I look at the hourly to see what hourly high I can target. So, this could be an hourly high right here, or this could be an hourly high right here. And I can enter here. Stop loss at the low, target the hourly high, or take partials, and then leave a runner to the previous day high, or even it could be a previous session high right here. Target like a London high or something. So that's how I look for my entries. It's all time based liquidity. Again, it's a previous month liquidity, previous weekly, previous day liquidity, previous session liquidity, and previous 90-minute cycle liquidity. And I'm gonna go over the 90-minute cycles here in a little bit as well. Um, so another thing that I look for is your POIs. What do I look for as for my POIs or PDAs? Um, and my other video, I was teaching you internal liquidity and external liquidity. What do I do? What do I mean by that? So internal liquidity, I look for the market to rebalance. So on the higher time frame, I use the 1 hour time frame. I look for either a 1 hour POI, which is point of interest. It can be an order block. So if we retrace to an order block, I'll look for a retracement uh, 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 to the order block. I'll look for my entry, and then we know on the higher time frame we're going to target external liquidity, which this is going to be an hourly high. This up here will be an hourly high. We're retracing on the hourly time frame. We look for the change in market structure on the 1 minute, and then I'm going to target that hourly high, which that's the external liquidity. It doesn't have to be an order block. It can be a breaker. You can retrace into a 1 hour breaker, or we can retrace into a 1 hour fair value gap. So that's what I look for. Um, that's how I identify the draw on liquidity. Again, time based liquidity, previous month liquidity, weekly, daily, session, and 90-minute cycles. And then I also look for how to identify the external and the internal range liquidity by targeting, by looking at the order flow. I'll create another video on how to properly identify the order flow. And then I look at the hourly to see what hourly PDAs I can get targeted. And then I'll see what the high and the low is on the hourly. So I'm going to zoom out here. Actually, before I'm gonna show you the indicators because this is something that really helps me. These are the indicators that I use. I have the Asia session range liquidity. It shows you London, Asia, and the New York session, and then you can choose the colors. This is what it looks like. This tells me here Asia session. This is London session, and this is the blue, the New York session. You can change your colors. And then I use the fair value gap indicator, which I don't really need to use it, but it helps you identify the fair value gaps. And you can also change the color on those. And then I like using this indicator for the new week opening gaps. And the reason why I use this one is because it helps me identify the the order flow. So normally I'll make a video and go into bigger details. I'm just kind of gonna show you how I look at order flow. But so if you look at the left side of the curve, whenever we start disrespecting something, then that tells me that the order flow changed, right? So if we were gonna remain bearish, we want to stay closed below this new week opening gap right here, right? So if we close bullish above it, that to me tells me that the order flow on the 1 hourly changed bullish. And that's all I'm going to say there because I'm not going to go into order flow in this video. Um, Daily range dividers. This is very helpful. It helps me out a lot because if you look here, it's telling me how my Monday is, my Tuesday, and my Wednesday. Wednesday hasn't finished, but Monday started here and it finished here. Tuesday started here and it finished here. So that really helps me out a lot. And then I have the 90-minute cycles. I'll go into the lower time frame and I'll show you here in a second how that works. So previous session highs and lows, previous day highs and lows. So here, this is Tuesday. We mark the low of that day. So we're going to mark this as sell side. If you see, we swept it. What's low hanging fruit here? Let me put my indicator on. So if you look, low hanging fruit can be Asia session high. What is the daily high? The daily high is over here. This is buy side on the daily time frame. All right. So we swept sell side on the daily. We want to target the daily high. The order flow is bullish on the higher time frame, right? So Low hanging fruit, Asia session high. What is our target? This daily buy side liquidity up here. Or you can even look at Monday. Monday, you can, if you want to target Monday session, Monday previous day high, right? So let's just look for example here. All right, we swept the previous day high. Let's zoom in so we can look at. All right, we know how the market maker models work now. Um, this is the sell side, and this is the buy side. So you zoom out and you sweep the previous day daily low. We're gonna look for an entry, right? Afterwards, the algorithm went into a buy program. You can, this is a inverse fair value gap right here. Inverse fair value gap, right? Your stop loss is at the low of that, and you can target the previous. That's now you don't have to hold it the whole way. You can take partials at this high and then leave a runner all the way up there. But yeah, once things start getting disrespected, you know the order flow changed. So here is an inverse fair value gap, or you can see it as an order block. This is an order block here. If you want to do order blocks, this is an order block. It depends on how you like your entries, right? So you can also wait. You can also, as soon as it closes bullish there, and then you can put your stop loss all the way below like this. Target the Asia session high. And then you can take partials there. You can keep holding it if you're able to hold it. I I I would have, if I would have been in this trade, I would have closed it by here by now already. All right, so that's a previous day. Same thing with London sessions. Um, so if you are looking to sweep London session, this is the London low. You sweep it, right? You start looking for entries. Target either the London session high up here, or target the Asia session high. All right, so I'm going to go over previous, the 90-minute cycles. 90-minute cycles, let me take out the indicator for that. It works the same way. And here are the times. All right. 5:30 to 7, 7 to 8:30, 8:30 to 10, 10 to 11:30, and so on. So, if you want, go ahead and push pause on the video. Let me start here. All right, and then I'm gonna move it down here. and that's where the day the for trading ends for me. So you can choose your own colors, but I'm going to show you how the 90-minute cycles work. It's the same thing. As long as you understand the market maker models. All right. So here is the low of our previous 90-minute cycle, right? We sweep it. This is what we did right here. We swept it, and then we're going to target the high. That is our buy side liquidity. So as soon as we sweep it, look for your entry at the low, target the high. So that's 90-minute cycles. Get the indicator, play with it. Um, yeah, I mean, you can even target this 90-minute cycle up here. So one thing to keep in mind is look at the order flow. That will increase your probabilities. So if I'm bullish on the higher time frame, I'm looking to sweep the low first to target the highs. If we're on a bearish trend, I'm looking to sweep the highs, then I want to target the lows. So hopefully this helped y'all. If you have any question, leave them in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe.